Hello again and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. In today's video we've got a 3v3 on the map that we just saw the 1v1 on. So it's going to be interesting to see how the different players are going to play this as a team game as opposed to a 1v1. And we can see a lot of chat going on here at the top, trying to organize both teams. Flash getting his team members on Discord. And we see a difference in starting position here. As we look, Flash is planning on spawning at this triple mechs on the left top side, with the plan of going down and getting the back bottom 4 mexes. We see both players, both teams drawing on the map, indicating where they're going. Freshy is planning to start on this triple mex here and go sideways to the right, who will be facing Teddy. LSR is going to spawn on a single mex, walk forward to the mex closest to the middle, and then go north around the hill, which means he's going to be a bit behind on the melt that he can have, as opposed to the other players on the other side, who are all spawning on triple mex starts with the normal start position. This map is played quite a lot in the tournament for like 1v1s and such, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays as a 3v3, which it is obviously intended for. And here we go. So, all players are going to be... Tagrock and Flash here are both going to be probably playing a bit more conservative. Flash, I could see it being prioritized towards going into the middle, but he's going to be more heavier eco. Teddy's joking that he's going to do a nuke rush, which obviously isn't going to happen. We have some very high skilled players on both teams here. So Flash and LSR on the reddish colored team are very high ranked. As we can see, Flash at 43 and LSR at 31. Fresh is not too far behind on 28 OS. And as we look over to the bluey-green team, we see Teddy, of course, super high skilled player here with an OS of 49. Tagrock at 30, so should be similar level as LSR. And then Pam, who is the lowest leveled player here with a ranking of 28 OS. And this beginning stage here, we don't expect too much to be different. LSR obviously being very far forward here, actually building the laser towers here to protect his team from the middle. Hasn't gotten a factory at all and has been gifted some scouts from Flash. This does mean that he's probably going to be floating some more of his eco. As we see here, he's almost full on metal. Whereas we look at Freshy here, he has been building his bot factory. Flash also going bots. We see Panambam going bots. Tagrock going vehicles. And Teddy going bot. We see a lot of ARM players in this game for a change. And as we see the first scouts come out here, we may be seeing LSR getting a metal extractor here from Pamambam. And also LSR about to get another one as well. Very well played here. Both of their micro now able to be split because obviously the two of them, they got the 2 metal extractors and that would be it. LSR's, sorry, this is Flash's scout, is able to get by Teddy's base and may get a metal extractor here. Looks like it's probably going to. Yeah, well done. Two metal extractors. Very well played there. And as we come out from here and zoom out a bit, we can see that LSR's pushed round. Still has no factory at this point. Probably building one very soon. Pamabama, I think that's probably it, has managed to push over the hill and has started getting some mech points. As we see LSR getting his factory up first. That horn is going to be quite annoying for him as he's not able to actually get round. He does have an LLT, so if he did force it round, it would work. And LSR there able to keep that battery alive. Perfectly fine. Flash supporting LSR here with the units stopping this push coming in. LSR focusing on getting a laser tower up to defend. Large amount of grunts here from Teddy, but able to hold out. Flash now starting to get these back mexes up. This is a very risky play from LSR at the moment. He's obviously completely exposed from the rest of his team. But if he can't control this side here, then that is a big option for an attack onto the blue-colored team's base. LSR just needs to hold that. Panabama on his own up there, with no units to support. Only units currently out on the field is Teddy's and Tag Rocks from the blue team. As we see Flash transferring to a vehicle plant very early for a transition. And Brushy here getting some units up. He does not have anywhere near enough units to hold that area. Hopefully he's going to build some LLTs to kind of protect himself. You see Takrok's vehicles start to come out. He's already building an energy converter, which, to be fair, he does have excess energy right now, so that's not a bad idea. Some artillery coming out. Quite a lot going on in different places right now. So we're already seeing how this is different from the 1v1 in the way that there's action going on almost everywhere. And these side sections are definitely getting used a lot more. Freshy does have one laser tower. He needs a lot more. That is not going to be enough units. He needs to pull his units back, Freshy, into that laser tower range to try and give some defense. He has left his base entirely open, which Flash is coming across with some units to try and hold. It's maybe a very successful push in here from Teddy, if he keeps going. Flash able to get some decent damage. Very well done there from Flash to kill off a decent chunk. However, not enough, as there is still a decent amount of units coming into Freshy's base here. He does not have enough to stop that. And there are no units coming to help him either. Freshy's also lost the metal extractors behind his comp currently. Freshy is probably going to lose his base here, I think. If Teddy wanted to. Well, here comes some vehicles from Flash. As we see the solars here closing up. Oh, able to do a lot of damage there. A lot of damage. Resbolts are coming back here from Flash. Try and get some of that back. Freshy still having two of Teddy's units behind his line there. Meanwhile, in the middle, we see heavy laser towers and such going up from Teddy. Backrock here with some artillery. Flash doesn't really have any units left after having to save Freshy. LSR in a bit of a difficult situation here. LSR has no power. Hasn't been able to secure the area that he was hoping to. Backrock may be losing these vehicles though. Bam Bam's comm a bit exposed here. Missed D-gun. No energy for a second D-gun. This could be Panamam's comp going down. Don't think he's got enough units. He does have enough units. And there we go. Panamam's comp going down. Now, will LSR be able to secure that wreckage? It's hard to say at this point. Oh, interestingly, we see Teddy switching to air. Getting a air transport. Don't know whether he's planning on comm bombing here. LSR going to be getting that wreckage. That's going to be a big turnaround there. They definitely need it. The Flash with 2 sets of metal extractors from the base, he should be able to build up a decent enough economy to push this middle on his own whilst LSR deals with the other side. Artillery's not really causing any problems right now because it's just hitting pawns. Teddy pushing down towards Freshy. Freshy building another factory here, or starting to build another factory at least. As we see Flash here gifting a bunch of units to LSR. Great teamwork there, as LSR does need units to hold that front line. Tagrock in a bit of a difficult situation here as he's now surrounding on 2 sides. There is a substantial amount of laser towers there to defend, so it's not too big a deal. Although he is pushing in quite a bit here. Not enough to kill that second laser tower, unfortunately. Teddy getting these double max points down here. There's a decent amount of grunts. Flash, Tom won't take any damage there. And Freshy is still on his position at this bottom side. He's having energy issues consistently here. After he lost his initial eco there. And we see the Resbot's actually resing the solars on Flash's behalf. Maybe he'll gift them back to Freshy. And Teddy interestingly thought he was going to suicide his comm there. Teddy getting his commander out of the way. If his commander dies whilst on this, or more to that, if the air transport dies, his commander will just die instantly. Air defenses started coming out as the bombers come in. Missile trucks coming out, but Flash will lose a substantial chunk of wins there as a good group of green forces push through at the same time, causing some issues here for LSR's initial starting position, which he's not really caring about. But Flash here maybe losing, well, definitely losing a big chunk of his base. Those tanks aren't going to be able to intercept in time. They're just going to run through. The bombers doing a great job at killing all of the eco that was around. Flash having to pull his comm back and leave that middle front line. As we see all the winds going up in smoke here. At this point, the North team is definitely doing a lot better. And we see the bombers now getting taken out. So all the bombers are now dead. And the cleanup round the back. Flash currently on 0 mexes, which is a substantial issue. But he does have enough saved up right now. And from Reclaim that he is okay for a little bit, but it won't last for very long. He's lost all of his energy production as well. As we see some Janices coming in, pushing in. Flash very low on health here. Those winds are what's kind of keeping him alive from the range of the Janices, as he does manage to get out. Very close game here so far. See a bunch of Shurikens here from Teddy. Teddy has a bot factory in the middle. LSR in a very strong position on this north side, however not enough to actually push in and do any damage. We may see some issues here for LSR as Teddy's base gets pushed. Sorry, wrong way around, as LSR's base gets pushed from Teddy. LSR doesn't currently have any units, but we see Flash here trying to assist, get round his flank with his tanks and stop this push happening. At the meantime, as that Freshy on the south has done a good job at clearing out that bottom corner. These EMP bots come in, get a couple of tanks jammed, or EMP'd, sorry. Helps them secure a couple of kills here. And as we quickly zoom out, look at the stats here, we can see that Metal produced very close, both teams, only about 1,000 in it. Energy produced is a bit more of a difference, with about 100k difference in it. Teddy here going in with his commander, changing his mind. His funky crown hat that he has. LSR going in for the push here. Sees Teddy's commanders there. Flash at the same time. Also, what we've just missed is a big push here from Freshy. However, those drones are going to clear up that pretty quickly and unfortunately not really make much of a difference. And this push here from Teddy and Tagrock doing a substantial amount of damage. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a pretty tough one. LSR and Freshy, as we zoom out, have control of well over half the map. And yeah, just because they're holding this chokehold in the middle, they're not able to solidify anything, really. We zoom back in, we see Teddy and Tagrock's commander here pushing forward. Teddy and Tagrock making sure that they're getting all the reclaim from these lost units. LSR building more laser towers. The artillery at the back here starting to cause some problems. Are they going to be able to push any farther forward? LSR with a decent amount of thugs here. Gonna force Teddy back. They did get quite a big chunk of the reclaim there, as LSR's now rushing to get what's left on his side. We see a massive group of shurikens here, as Teddy still has the air factory. Oh, and at the same time, LSR has had to fall back from the north as a bunch of maces have came over the hill from Panambaman, which may cause LSR some issues as he's about to get surrounded on both sides. LSR's commander at the top on his own. Blue team do a very good job at sandwiching LSR in here. He did force himself to be exposed. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get control of the middle at all. Freshy pushing in again, but with no air defense units, they're all just going to get EMP'd and get stuck. Kind of just donating metal, unfortunately. And we see LSR's factory here in trouble. And the EMP drones coming over, EMP and everything, and LSR is now with no unit production whatsoever. Everything he has is currently EMP. Now, this is an interesting spot here. LSR is really exposed with his commander. Don't know what he plans on doing necessarily. You see Freshy Flash has gifted LSR this stuff here in the original starting position and an engineer to start rebuilding. But LSR really exposed. His commander gonna have trouble getting out of that. But we just unfortunately missed Tagrock's commander going up in smoke as Flash and Tagrock, it looks like, both killed their commanders. Probably Flash degunned in order to make a big hole in the middle. Massive push here from Flash now as he gets through. Teddy's the only commander left. If they can kill Teddy's commander, that will be it. GG. Forces are definitely making its way through. Teddy has cloaked his comm. They have seen it. D-gun's going off. Is he going to be able to kill Teddy? 20% health, 14% health, 9, and he picks his commander up and gets away on 9% health. Well played, Teddy. Very well played there. There is no way nothing can get up to there to him now. Very well played, Teddy. Left it to the very last minute to move his comm. That has made a massive hole in the middle, though, that used to be contested. Now Teddy has significant unit advantage. LSR also somehow made it up that hill. commander's actually able to transverse that. Oh, they are on this bit here. Interesting. LSR doesn't have the power to D-gun. D-guns that, but he might die from the grunts here as he doesn't have enough energy. Oh dear. Now we are at a 1 comm to 1 comm. And with that, Freshie making a bit of an interesting play here. As we see Freshie walking through the water with the very last commander. But saying that, to be fair, they kind of need to do something, as the bottom team has no units basically left as opposed to the top team. And the blue team have seen Freshie's comm there now. They have nothing nearby. Freshie's trying to build some laser towers. Freshie being pushed back from the middle here. We've seen the last comm. There's a lot of metal in this middle, which the blue team are getting. Flash trying to contest. Just doesn't have the units to do it. LSR's trying to get back on his feet and reclaim and build a new factory, but not much is happening so far. We see one of the comrades gone. The other one still has 2,000 metal in. It's not game over yet. We quickly slide over to Freshie here. He doesn't have the energy for these, for a D-gun at least. Those are not really going to do anything there. He needs to fall back. And Teddy, who is back to, well, still actually low health, moving his commander up to this hill, building a metal storage. Okay, and we see here, this looks like the beginning of the end for the bottom left team. The Rocketeers pushing in here. There's enough of them to deal with everything. Freshie does have a decent force of tanks, but it's not going to be enough to deal with Teddy and Agrox's forces here. Unfortunately, I don't think LSR's play was, well, supported enough, unfortunately, to pay off. As we see the Panambam's rocket bots pushing in to Flash's base. Freshie's comm still up there on his own. Flash doesn't really have... Well, he does have units to stop this, but I don't know if he's just maybe given up at this point. Laser towers will get that. That'll be mopped up pretty quick. Freshie needs more units. He's trying to build. He's got enough construction turrets around this factory here. Surprisingly enough, the top team, the blue team, are not capping off the mexes in this corner very well. It's been empty for a while, and yet they've still left it, but they did get all the reclaim in the middle, which, to be fair, is probably enough to finish this game quite easily. The only team member with any units right now on the red team is Freshie, who is gonna have any issues getting out now, as Teddy's building torpedo defenses in the water, as Freshie is about to die. Teddy with the air engineer here, even getting these top kill mexes, which don't normally get capped. And yeah, there's not much to say at this point. This is a big enough force here to quite easily push in. They would lose quite a bit, but LSR has literally nothing. Flash has a bit, but not much. And Freshie is about to get torpedo defense as he leaves his comm in the water. Fortunately, nothing's really able to get him in the water from there. Freshie kind of just trolling at this point. Teddy can't obviously suicide his commander into there, because does still die. Oh, here we see Battle of the Comms. He's baiting him, that's why. He's baiting him into the torpedo defenses. Oh. Oh, lovely. Teddy risks it for a bit of a joke there. And made Freshie walk out into the torpedo defenses. And yes, Freshie managed to survive. So well played, both teams. That was quite a funny match to watch at the end. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And I hope you've been interested to see how different this has been played from the 1v1s. And I'll see you guys next time.